Hello everybody, CryptoVince here. I will remember to remove a live stream. Will start soon this time. So let's just wait for a few other people to connect. Hey Joshua, how's going? Hey John Mark. So I'm just gonna try to be quick today. I don't know if I will, because I always talk too much, as all Italians do. Um, but yeah, we're just gonna revise BTC, see what's going on. Um, I have to be honest. I was not expecting this pump. I don't think anybody was expecting. Um, but yeah, let's wait for a few others. Let's talk a little bit what's going on here and there. Um, oop, just it's nice weather here in Italy. A little bit chill, but not bad. Sunny finally. Can wait for summer to come. Yeah. So this break, that's a massive break as you guys can see, right? I was expecting this three-wave pattern to reach there, and it reached there. Then it just pumped, and I don't think anybody was kind of ready to do so, to see that kind of spike. Broke also the 200 MA on the daily, and it just went through this bearish block, just didn't care about this supply zone and just clean break through it. So uh, it's very bullish. We have to see, of course, if we need to count the fact that can be manipulation too, but it's pretty intense. It's pretty good. I'm expecting a drop from there, a little bit as he's doing right now. um, I'm not sure how much will drop because I didn't create any support with such a spike. We will look into it with on another exchange because I don't want to move this chart. Um, Most of the time I chart on many exchanges, so I have different ideas and I can compare what I had to what I have now. But straightforward here, we had this interesting bullish cross between the MA50 and MA100. That was something that we had to consider. The Ikimoku cloud with the sittings 10 30 60 30 was another great indicator. Finally the trend broke above the cloud, retested the red Kumo. Cloud was turning green, and I say in my previous post, if the trend keeps being above the cloud, I will be very very bullish. And it's been going up and down here. There was a support too that the trend was bouncing on, starting to make almost a higher high here, and then made a higher low and finally broke. So it's really interesting to see this. We will see in the higher time frame if I can look for any bearish sign somehow. But so far it's looking good. We have, of course, to see where it could retrace, and as I said, it's not gonna be easy because when things go hard, go up so fast, so quick, it's usually they go down a lot. So I will leave this block here. Let's make it like this, and then I will see what this will do next. How many we are now? Okay, 20. Hi Vanessa. Hola, since you're Spanish. Hi David. Divad. I don't know how to say your name. Watch the end. Hey guys, how's it going? Okay, I'm happy that we are at least 20. Okay, so we all know this shape was kind of a flat top triangle that might have broken here, and it did. I was not expecting to. I was expecting another drop Probably that was I was aiming for, but not below the Kumo though. But I was kind of expecting some kind of drop here. But the other day I was like, you know what? Like Bitcoin is just going up and down between 4K and 3.5. Um, Trading altcoins last month has been great. So I really I said, you know what, I'm gonna buy a portion of my portfolio of BTC because I was, mostly in USDT. So I bought 50% in BTC and 50% is still in USD. And I said, I'm gonna trade altcoins. I don't care about BTC. My USD value will go up either because I'm trading and making good R, and maybe if BTC breaks, if BTC would have dropped down to this possible diagonal support from here, that would have been a 10%. I was nothing really bad for me because I was trading altcoins, and altcoins were giving me pretty good gains that would have went over this 12% loss. Okay, but likely pumped. So I woke up this morning, I was like, whoa. I thought I was dreaming because I saw my portfolio went up a little bit. So I was like, you know what, let's see if we can sell this and buy back lower. So today I went on the chart and I found that this super no, on Coinbase. I'm not gonna repeat myself why I chart logarithmic instead of linear. I'm just gonna say quick because during the drop 2018, I found it that it's a very it's more precise than linear. That's just my opinion. You guys can do whatever you like. I just traced this trend line considering this high on May, this high on 25 of what is it, July, and he hit this pretty good. I traced this with the magnet mode and the ray tool, so it's pretty precise. So that's why I decided to sell my 50% portion because I made a good money on that spike. So I'm like, you know what, why be greedy and just don't take this profit. So I sold my portion and I'm back in USDT, and I will see what happens. The market is pretty crazy right now. Altcoins are going opposite, so in opposite direction than BTC, which is interesting because that what happened during the bull run. During the bull run, altcoins will pump when BTC would drop a little bit in correction, and then they will drop when BTC would pump. And that's what we want to see in reality. Why? Because traders will start to move money from altcoins to BTC if BTC starts to pump a lot. So until now, though, we have seen the opposite. So BTC going up, altcoins going up with BTC. So the fact that today we have seen this indirect correlation, it's positive in my opinion. But this is now a resistance that we need to evaluate and see how they go. But I'm expecting a little drop from here because just indicators are too high on the daily. RSI, it's massive high. WT cross actually here was even higher during the bull run, but in the correction, this is probably the highest part he ever reached into the correction. So this of course doesn't mean it will dump, why? Because RSI being overbought can be overbought and coin can still go up. So it doesn't mean that this has to go all the way down, but it can keep doing this, and that's what happened during the bull run. The bull run RSI stayed above the overbought area many times for a long period of time, and the price kept going higher and higher, as you guys can see here. So RSI was dropping, but in the meanwhile, price kept going higher and higher. And not higher a little bit, higher a lot. So since it broke overbought area here until here where it dumped was 138%, but we consider also the first wave until here when he attempt to cross below 70, it was still 94%. Okay, so you know, you don't have to panic for the fact that RSI it's so high. I'm expecting a correction, but this correction might just be a small one, just to retest some levels below and then keep going higher and higher. I hope so, but you know, nothing is sure yet. But you know, it's cool that at least we came back to retest a diagonal support made from this previous high. You know, it's nice to see that. It's pretty pretty bullish, but you know, we have to see other things. So first of all, you know, there is this previous high which is acting as a horizontal resistance. There is even this low, so I will place in the middle of those two highs and lows. We nailed pretty much that level. Let me see the other Ichimoku cloud, because I have other settings. I have the normal Ichimoku cloud way above it, the green, that now it's blue, but I change colors because sometimes I use them all at the same time. And I have my 2060, so crypto settings doubled. And oh, this is interesting. This is interesting because we are still inside the red Kumo. This is interesting. And this is the 10 30 60 right here. So both give us a few indicators. On the first one, we have a cross of the cloud where it was very tiny, retested the cloud is turning green, and all the way up to where there was some resistance on the red cloud here. Let me see. This flat portion means there was a resistance somewhere. So you know, that's another reason why maybe stopped there. If I put the 2060 settings, there is a flat top here and it stopped there, didn't close above it. I don't know if it will close above it because the daily still didn't close yet, and now it's turning green here. I changed the color just because sometimes I use them all three together just to have an idea, so I know what I'm looking at. But if I put all three, we see the support here. It's pretty interesting, and we don't have any other main resistance. I mean, the one that just broke right now, it's a support. Sorry, I was talking about support. Let's see what we got. What else we got? We have some moves here. This level has been retested many times, so I don't like it too much. There's another level here. I just got two touches here and here, but didn't work on during the spike here. I mean, this line has never been tested many times. 3 can be a good support. You know, let's trace them all and then we evaluate everything. In my opinion, this can be a flat top triangle, even though it could also be a symmetrical triangle that broke. Can be many things at the end, but I think if we go in the higher time frame, let me remove this. In the higher times frame, we can have a nice flat top triangle that broke here. And that's why I was expecting another drop, just to give this diagonal support another touch and make the triangle more legit. So this is what I was kind of aiming for. But the cloud, yeah, the cloud, remember the cloud was there, and if it would have broke down the cloud, would have not been good. So that was my concern. And then go up. But anyways. Inverse head and shoulder pattern could have been an idea here. And this would have been the neckline. We have a little bit of volume here on the head. Nothing crazy though that increased so much. Of course, this will change on every single exchange. I'm pretty sure. But you know, the idea of an inverse head and shoulder, where the left shoulder is way bigger, could have been another reaching there. I like the flat top though. I don't like the volume profile too much. Let me check quickly Bitfinex. The volume looking. Oop. There is some spike in volume on the head here. And then boom, on the right shoulder, a spike. That's a very interesting volume though, that's for sure. This USD. Coinbase. Okay, I was going to try to trace a flag with a parallel channel just to see if I can connect those two lows and those two highs. Yes, so that's not good. So I can precisely connect with a parallel channel this, that, and this. So that won't be good because of course there will be tracing a bear flag. Bear flag is correction of a possible then continuation, a bearish continuation. So this is the flag, this is the correction, and then okay, so we're far away from that, but you know, something to consider. Flag that has just two touch on top, two touch at the bottom. I would like to see another touch in order to confirm this pattern, at least 5. But yeah, That's why, you know, I suggested not to go nuts about it. Like, yes, he had a pump now because BTC pumped, everybody buys it. Everybody's FOMO. Oh, BTC bull run, blah blah blah. No, let's calm down. Let's focus. If you were in, good for you. You make some money. I recommend to take some profit out. Then, you know, it all depends what you want to do, like what you're trading. Like I scalped BTC in these in my trade. When I bought here, I bought pretty much because I was trading altcoins. Then BTC pumped. Now I'm like, okay, you know what? I make good money on this pump. There was a 15% spike. Uh, I might sell and then buy back just because I can. I have the time to spend on the chart that if it goes down to a certain level, I'm gonna buy back. But if you are a long-term trader, that's you have to make your own decision on this, you know, because BTC can just drop a little bit and then go up again. So you don't want to miss the pump, the bullish run, if you really think those levels are going to break or not. But what I'm doing now is looking at all the bearish possibilities. So I can see, I can measure and put on a scale the bullish and the bearish sign. As I said, bullish was this break of the flat top. Bullish was this Ikimoku cloud on 10:30 turning green. Massive volume after a correction. And then we have some bearish sign that we cannot close our eyes and say and they're not there. One is this bearish, sorry, this resistance, diagonal resistance that has been retested right now. We'll see when the candle close, we will have our confirmation. We have this bearish flag, possible idea that might lead Bitcoin down again. And down again, I mean, could go here too, retest the flat top, and then here, from there, or from there. Or actually, we might break. These are all assumptions. Let me specify this. I'm not predicting right now. I'm just thinking. And then I might make my prediction, but you know, the market right now, it's pretty crazy. So we know it's over manipulated, so it's not easy to make a clear prediction when things are so surprisingly, as you say. So anyways, you know what I mean. Anyways, it might retrace, break, but still be inside the flag, and then keep going up. I don't know if it will break this flag upward. Let's remember that during the bull run, I remember seeing so many upper channels, so many rising wedges that broke up. So during the bull run, bearish pattern were not working. So that's good, because we have a bearish pattern now. If we break this bearish pattern, the bullish bias will be even better. Okay, so what else? What else can be bearish? What else can be bearish? I'm tracing on logarithmic scale right now because linear scale, the trend broke. And when you do this, you want to see the differences. You have to trace with the ray tool and select 2 points. I have to say thank you to Elisa, because she made me, she recommend this way to trace a line. So I connect my 2 points here, and those points are fixed. When I switch to linear, these 2 points won't change, so I can see what happened. Okay, so even the linear doesn't have a bad look. Of course, it's way more of a bullish look, because we might have 1, 2, and a possible 3 touch too. So it's that can be a very good resistance. Diagonal there, and trend definitely broke that line. So on the linear look, things look very bullish, but I've seen this during the crash that happened in 2018, and what happened after then? Trend dropped here, went here, blah blah blah, and then nothing happened. So I don't trust the linear too much. That's what I'm saying. I can show you here very quickly what I mean. Let's see. This is linear. This is linear. So if you guys can see here, if it's that precise, he broke it, dropped it, was kind of retesting all the way down, but he went down to the whole time low of the correction, so it was not really a nice retest. While if you switch to logarithmic, I like it this better, even though it dropped all the way down, but at least he had a major break, then dropped again to all-time low to continue his correction, then break up. So I don't know what you guys want to trust. I will still check both of them anyways, just to have an idea, because if we look at the linear right now, we might have a retest of that level. That might be right on this cross where I trace this trend line of those two lows and the resistance. So this level could be something if we're going down. Hopefully not below the Ikimoku cloud, okay? Yeah, so this is the outlook of the daily. The Bollinger Bands didn't tell me too much on the daily. The moving average, of course, are interesting on this one because we had the bullish cross, as I said. The MA200 is very, very, very important break. Why? Because last time that trend was above the M20, M200, MA200 was okay. I want to give you a nice outlook. Let me see. So during the bullish run, the trend was always above the MA200. Okay. Let me put log scale so I can see better. You guys can see here. This is Coinbase, so you won't have here 2015. Okay, so from here, from 2015 up to 2018, the MA200 was supporting the trend pretty good. Look at those dumped, touch the MA200 and go back up. Look at here, touch the MA200 and go back up, and then he went parabolic. Didn't really care about the moving average 200. The moving average 100 became kind of the support level, talking about moving averages, and then then he crossed below moving average 200, crossed below the moving average 200. This was bad. Okay, this was really bad. This was already a signal. Hey, we're breaking the MA200. Then we just went back up, but that was the sign. This was, hey, watch out, because we attempted to break. Probably it will attempt again. Then the trend, what happened was below the moving average 100, retested, retested the resistance here and definitely broke MA 200 again. Retested, this time didn't go above it, retested, and never was able to break above it. And then we dumped, retested again here, didn't make it, and then boom. Then we died, and now we are above the moving average 200 on daily, which in my opinion it's a very good signal. So first thing first, we have to see if we can be above the moving average 200 on the daily. That will be our first support in my opinion. So let's see if these candles close very close today, and we go from there. If it is just a false breakout and it will go below it again, at least we attempted, and it's a good sign, as it attempted to break here in the bearish bias. I don't know how to say that. It's attempting here, so it's good. It's good. And then, you know, if we don't bounce on moving average 200, we'll see from there. Next support, of course, will be retesting the flat top of the triangle, which is highly possible because this was just a massive spike. And we will trace some Fibonacci's just to see if certain levels match up with certain Fibonacci retracement to have a better confluence between a few indicators. And then I was looking at the VPVR indicator on the weekly. Go auto. Okay. So we are, the trend stopped, as you guys can see, in the lowest volume node. So in this area, that's where less transactions were transacted. And when you see the highest column here, that's where most volume was transacted. And as you guys can see, 6K, so much transaction happened at that price, at that level. Those levels really look sometimes work really well to find certain support and resistances. Okay, as you guys can see, on the first dump, boom, the trend stopped here, right on the high volume node that was here. Okay, then it dropped down to the low volume node right here, pink. Then it went back up and down, back up, and was trying to break this high volume node, and then it broke it and went back up to the low volume node. So now we will have to see if we go back down to retest or then go up to reach 6K level. Of course, 6K level is our I think bear you say, my god, sorry, I'm in Italy right now, my English got really bad, bull run point. So if we break 6K, I'm gonna be pretty bullish then, because that will be a very strong resistance to break, talking about horizontal. Okay, so many things to see. I won't be too worried about this bearish cross on the weekly, because I've explained in another streaming that we had the same situation in 2014, and actually the trend, as I explained in that post, spike very close to this bearish cross. Remember, moving averages are very lagging indicator. So this cross, why this cross happened? This cross happened because price action dropped from here. Okay, then of course price now is pumping. This bearish cross might cross at some point because the price is going up. So let's go take a look very quickly. I don't know if I have here Brave or have I on my other, no, but I can show you here. This is the weekly, you know, we have the MA200 and the weekly that has been supporting the price. This is happening too. Price is being supported by moving average 200. Then what we have a bearish cross between MA50 and MA100. Did the price dumped because the bearish cross? No, it didn't. But sometimes some crosses might trigger some buys. You know, many bots can do that. Okay, so and let's see what really triggered a buy in this case. If we look at the weekly, we have these M10 and M20 that there are crossing, the pink and the black that you guys can see. I noticed this now because I never really paid attention too much, but I like to have those two in the chart for my scalping on lower time frames. But look at this, we have a cross between those two moving average here, and then the bearish market started, and then now we have a bullish cross, which could be interesting. When was last time this cross happened? Here in 2017, and then they never crossed again until the dump, the big dump of BTC. But what else? Let's check some indicators here. Again, I was showing you this bearish cross that didn't, the price started to go up from here. Okay, that's an important thing that I noticed. Price start to go up from the bearish cross between M100 and M50 on the weekly, and we are here, so hopefully we'll go up from there, you know. And how it happened here, something like that, we might see something here, but I don't know how much. This is just, you know, an idea. So go retesting MA200, it's an option. It's something that might happen. And those, of course, are the accumulation zone that we expect after a drop, where institutional money accumulate their money, and then the bull run starts. So I'm expecting an accumulation zone level here. Oh, this one lasts 2 years. Sorry, no, 1 year. 1 year at the low level, but the bear market lasted 2 years. So this 2014, it dropped for 1 year, then it went sideways for 1 year, and then it went up 2 years. Okay, now same thing is happening here. Bitcoin dropped 1 year, maybe it will go sideways for 1 year and then go up again. Okay, what else to check here? Let's not see the volume. This is just a brand new coin. I don't even know what it is. Just an index. But look at WT cross. WT cross. Oh, WT cross. Very, very, very low. Never been this low ever, even at 2014. So that looks good to me. Even RSI reached oversold area on the weekly. Here it did 2 touch. Not sure if it will do another touch this time, but you know, many ideas. Big mix of signal. Long prediction, long outlook looks bullish from here. I don't think we will go down the 200. That would be really bad. So for a long-term investment, buying right now, that would be extremely good, in my opinion. This is no financial advice, just my way to see the chart and based on what I see. But for the short term, I don't know. I think we will see more up and downs. It's still not enough time for institutional money to accumulate as much they want. They will probably put some bad news and everything will dump again. So let's be cautious. Let's be cautious. And then as I was saying before, um, you need to know what you're doing. If you're scalping BTC to make money for living, so you want to have a profit on a monthly base, you buy and sell. If you're doing your investments, you buy, you leave it there, you don't see, okay? Um, Sweet life, dude, are you bullish or bearish? I'm um, I'm not bullish or bearish. I'm just showing you guys what my ideal things are, my indicators, my lines. As I say, my outlook overall is bullish in the long term. Short term, I don't know yet. I will have to consider the lower time frame. Now I'm just seeing the big picture and comparing with the major indicators. But as I always teach my members, my followers, I I give ifs. If breaks this, you do this. If breaks that, you do this. If it bounces here, you do this. And it's never 100%. Trading is not about, oh, it's gonna go to 20K, let's go, or it's gonna drop to 3K. Nobody knows. There's no way. There is no way to know where Bitcoin will go from now. It's all about prediction, all about managing your risk. So you put the risk on, you put $100 down, and you're like, okay, I want to lose $100. That's it. I'm willing to lose $100. So I put on the trade. If the trade goes to 1K, you made the $900. If you lose, that was your risk. So it's all based on how you place your stop, how you place, how much risk you take, how much of a risker trader you are, and so on. So I'm not gonna say I'm bullish and bearish as most of people do, like John McAfee. They say it's gonna go to 100,000 because I go step by step, slowly see things, evaluate, and then I make my own trades based on what I think. So the weekly, I think it's pretty clear. Very low volatility. No, this is BLX though. You guys don't see the pump here because BLX, I don't know why, but in the weekly doesn't show the pump. Yeah, there's something I forgot. But yeah, you guys don't see the pump. I think because this doesn't move, it's just every day. It shows every day. Let me see. Yes, 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 because it's daily, 3-day, and weekly. There's no lower time frame on this. So tomorrow we will see the spike if you are looking at Brave New Coin. Okay. So let's go back to Coinbase, and that's the spike we got. The weekly. Let's see. The MA50 act twice as resistance. As you guys can see, the price broke down the MA50, touched the 50-50, and then went down. So we have another resistance that we have to see if we break or not, which will be a nice test, which is the MA50 that would probably keep going slightly down. And if price start to go up, we'll start to go sideways. Maybe that's too much. something like that, if the price keeps going sideways. And we'll have our bullish cross at some point, right? If those do cross, that will be what we have seen in 2014. Not really interesting about the Kimoku Cloud on weekly. Right now, we're still too far from it. Thank you, Bart. Are you English? That you speak English as a first language? Thank you, Gems. Vanessa, yeah, RSI is very high on daily, so I think I explained before. If you missed it, then you might go back and see. If it keeps being overbought, it's a good sign, but if it drops below 70 RSI, it's not a good thing. Just a look at the 3-day to see what's going on here. Of course, things kind of MA switch when you change between few time frame. So we have the MA100 that it's acting as a resistance, kind of. I don't look at 3 days too much, but you guys can see a bullish cross between 50 and 10. So some traders or some bots really buy on major cross between these major more basic moving averages, the 20, the 50, 100, 200 on the daily. Those are very important moving average that people look at, and traders set their buys based on those crosses sometimes. As of course this weekly, I think these triggered a lot of bots. The 10 and 20 cross, boom, on the weekly. Maybe, I don't know. In the see, Bart, that's why you understand me. That's the another a problem I had when I went in Canada. So when I went in Canada, when I speak with somebody that was not Canadian, I would understand them better because their accent was not too to accentuate to English, you know. Because when I went to Canada, I would understand like, oh, boy, what's up, bro? At the beginning, so I found out that people like me that English is their second language are easy understand better another guy who speaks English as a second language. Nearly cross bullish for the first time in this bearish year. Yeah, in the 3 days. 15 and 30. Oh, 15 and 30. Okay. Yeah, so yeah, there are many moving averages that are not displayed here that can tell that the market is kind of turning. But yeah, the 200 moving average is something that we need to take under control right now. Okay. Okay, let's not spend too much time on those time frame. Let's go closer. Let's see what we can see. I said that there is a bearish flag, possibility of a bearish flag, that it's kind of scary. There is parallel channel. Thank you, sweet. You're so sweet. So this channel let's go close and see. On the 12 hours, mini bullish cross, happened here. The moving, this is a very good example. See, on the 12 hours, the trend broke moving average 200, the blue line. So went above it, retested, and bye bye, it's going up. So that's what we would like to see in the daily, possibly. Okay, we would like to see. We would like to see moving average 200. That's a slow one, so before to see it going up, it will take a while, so the price needs to go up a lot. So we would like to see something like going down here maybe, and then boom. Okay. And that might happen if going down to retest this main broken resistance, which turned into support. Why I think has to correct so much? Because as Vanessa said, RSI is very high right now on the daily. It's extremely high, so there's gonna be some kind of correction, I think. Then if there is FOMO, everything pumps to 7K, well, I cannot predict that. One, two, three. As I said, there was this three waves pattern that was not an Elliott, in my opinion. I would rather trace this as an Elliott wave than to go check inside if there were some mini Elliott subwaves, and that's an ABC correction. Oh, ABC correction. And then, you know, can this be the other wave with a 5 that boom went all the way up? That can happen. The third one usually shouldn't be the shortest. That's a rule, but you know, in crypto, to be honest, with all I'm honest, I barely like follow the rules too much, because the market is just crazy. There are too many beginners, too many people that gamble, so waves are not as precise as they might be in forex or stock market. Waves can be crazy in crypto just because there are certain reason for it. The FOMO, people that just buy, they don't know what they're doing, and manipulation. So can this be the wave? It's kind of ugly, but of course, if that's the thing, we will be expecting an ABC correction on this one. How much the first wave corrected? 61%. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then 60%. So if I trace the same, that's what I do sometimes. I'm expecting the other wave to do the same. So 61% would be here and would be touching those levels where I put the 5, you see? So there is some support around here. See how many times this line is touched. So an ABC that goes down to maybe 38, 23 down to 50. I don't want to go below the 200. Maybe we'll go by a week, you know, but this could be an idea. This could be an idea. Retesting that level if we are talking about waves here. But you know, the 70-70 is a level that I take under control a lot. in crypto because they works many times. So yeah, moving average 200. Let me write it down. Moving average 200 on daily, it's for sure first things to look at, to take under control and see if trend drops below it or it will act as a support. We are in the 8 hours. Let's see Kimoka, how it looks here. Yeah. No, doesn't tell me too much. Like, doesn't tell me too much. If it didn't work too much in this time frame, probably nobody cares about this indicator in the 8 hours time frame. That's what I'm saying. But if in the daily worked because it retested it, maybe few traders are looking at this indicator and are trading based on that. 12 hours. 12 hours. It's been respected a bit more, and we have the green cloud here. So if there is some if the price keeps going sideways here, we might form some support at those level. So let's hope for that. That will support our idea, our ABC idea. Let me trace an overall Fibonacci to see some confluences. So I trace this from here to there, and I see if there are some numbers that match. And look at 50% here and 61% here. So those are two Fibonacci that are on the same level, and even 2361 here. So I have those two confluences that can be a good support. Why? Because there are two Fibonacci that stop at that level. Okay, this one is too low. Let's see, let me trace it and let me see on the daily what it looks like. I think we have pretty good horizontal support above it, so I will aim for that one. And then we can trace another Fibonacci, which is from the lowest point to the top, and see again which is the strongest confluences. So 3 levels at once. I don't see too much. I have 50 and 70 here, 50 and 70 on this level, so that can be really interesting. But because this is as a correction of the main spike, I can even trace an inverted Fibonacci to see the bearish correction of this. That's where I was going to do after. So this a drop is correcting a much 61% almost. Okay, and if you reverse the Bitcoin chart, that's where you understand what I'm saying. So any confluence here, this, that, at those levels we have a lot of them. So to invert the chart, just to see what I'm talking about, it's what -1 that Coinbase. I don't remember. BTCUSD. I think it what BTCUSD -1 or something. No. Anybody remembers it? I don't remember. I think it's this Coinbase. Oh, here we go. Okay, so this is upside down. This is the Coinbase. Yes, this is upside down. So you guys can see, um, if you always see bullish thing, right? I rather chart this upside down because sometimes for beginners it's easy to see a bullish outcome. Nobody really sees the bearish part. So everybody looks for bullish sign, bullish sign, bullish sign. Then if you look just for bullish sign, of course you gotta be bullish because you don't see any bearish, right? So sometimes it's good to to revert the chart and make this look like something. And if I had to chart this, I would chart a bullish flag, to be honest. I would chart the bullish flag here, as I did, of course, the bearish flag. And this pattern could be a continuation, right? So we have our massive flat top here. Oh, this is something I did during the correction too. There was this flat top triangle that everybody say, no, it's not gonna break, it's not gonna break, and he broke it. He broke up. Now it's correcting again. Might do something like that. Retest that 6K level, and then boom. But this means BTC will drop hard, okay? Because it's reverse. Bullish flag, of course, pump hard. But we always have the flat bottom triangle idea that we traced. And it's a bearish indicator. Of course, this is reverse, so that means we're going up. You guys can see the price of BTC upside down here, 6K, 7K, 8K. And it broke, so I don't know. I never tried moving averages. What happened if I put moving average? Ah, yeah, they work. So, yeah, MA200, it's my main focus right now. See if the trend can stay above it. Then we'll see. Then I go from there. If this candle goes below, I might be bearish and look for a more downtrend on the Fibonacci that I traced. But if it stays above 200, that's good. I will aim more to hit the 6K level. PVR. Need to put some more trend. Yeah. Of course, there is no. It's very low the volume, so this broke here. Like my retest here still being the low volume node, and then go back up to 6, and you guys can see straightforward the resistance indicated by the VPVR indicator, which is a premium tool. I don't think everybody can use it. Thank you, Zui. I know it's the same comment you made before. I don't know. You guys have any questions or anything that you find scary or super bullish? Feel free to type. I can answer if I can. I'm not gonna go very close, because for me Bitcoin is scary when it comes to 30 minutes, 1 hour. Like, it's too manipulated. Many traders are scalping it, so it's a mess. There are lots of stop hunts and pump and dump and whatever. So if I go on the hour, I'm not gonna really change my mind on anything. This is on BTC though. Just want to take a look at how BitMEX is looking, just to see if there's anything different. There was a massive rejection on that level. Let's see maybe on the weekly if we can see a more precise level, because usually these traders really kill pretty good the levels, horizontal levels. Auto. So if I consider the high that happened in September, that's kind of where it stopped. Not that much of a difference from the other exchanges. It is low, it is high. The flag is pretty crazy precise between the same points. So 2 touch on the bottom, 2 touch on top. The indicator don't change that much. Your superstructure wave 3 overlapping wave 1. How about halt? Okay, so regarding the wave 1, if it's just a tiny overlap, maybe a week, I skip it. Like for me, the wave is still good. It of course goes all the way down and cuts so much into wave number 2. I don't think about an Elliott wave. As I traced before, let's see, what was it? Coinbase. No, 8 hours. Like this one for me, as I said before, it's a better Elliott. As you can see, number 1 and 4 don't really intersect each other. We'll have to see if inside there are other kind of sub waves, but you know, remember, Elliott wave is not just 1 2 3 4 5. There is XY, WXY, WXYZ, ABC, ABC, ABC. Like, it's pretty crazy. So I keep it simple. I try to keep it simple. If I can see from the higher time frame an ideal wave, I trace it and I predict some kind of an ABC correction. I don't go too complicated. I don't go inside and see 1 2 3 4 5 ABC and so on. But you know, this one was the one that I didn't really consider as an Elliott, just because, as you're saying, 1 and 4 are intersecting, and they might not follow the rules. But again, in cryptocurrency, rules sometimes are whatever. So if I go higher time frame, I might not see that intersection. For example, on one day, that intersection between 1 and 4 might be just a week, but not in this case. In this case, they intersect. So as I said, I didn't count this as an Elliott. I count this more as 3 rising peaks. Valleys, sorry, no peaks. Three falling peaks. That's another pattern. So we have 3 valleys, 1 2 3, and then the break. Okay. Consider it as the first wave diagonal, which usually causes a very big third wave. You have to. There is a little post I did. I will post in free channel, so you see. But it's about interest. So you traders will look for the first wave and the correction. So what happened there? You have a spike in price, and just maybe the rumors caused the spike. So no many traders really are following that coin, right? So what happened? The coin pumped so hard, and then everybody, oh, look at Bitcoin is pumping. So what happened? People look for a correction, and then when it correct 50 or 61%, many traders there are looking at the coin that already pumped. So that's what causes the coin to pump hard on the third wave. And then after a coin pump a third wave, I use my Fibonacci extension and so on. People will sell, and if market is bullish, there will be another wave, which is the fifth, that can be smaller than the three, can be longer than the three, can be equal. That depends how much FOMO, how much interest there is still in the market. But that's the reason why the third is usually the longest. It cannot be the shortest. If the third wave is the shortest, these things that I explain in simple words won't exist. So in order to see a full Elliott, you need to see the big interest, god damn it, in the third wave. You always need to think about what people are doing. You know, when you see price action, when you see the candles, you need to question yourself and be, why this thing is happening, why that volume spikes so hard, why that volume is red now, why it retraces, so why things retraces. Like, that's a simple question, because people sell, and not 100% of those people that bought will sell, because who's selling is selling, who's scalping the trade or is making a short trade, for example, and the rest will hold the coin. So that's why coins then might go up again and so on. Anyways, what else we can see? I think I talked a lot, too much. Wow, 1 hour and 15 minutes. I think you have an overall idea of what you should follow and what you should not follow. Some ideas, some indicators, some patterns that might happen. Of course, as I always said, you need to see if this trend bounces here, I can buy. If it breaks this level, I sell, or whatever, I mean the opposite. If it breaks a level up, you buy. If it breaks a level down, you place your stops just below, and so on. That's how you trade. It's not about, okay, BTC will go to 20K tomorrow. That's not a way I do things. What I wanted to do, and then I'm done. Let's see. Just an overview of what's going on in the market. I'm not gonna go talk about altcoins right now because I've been talking for an hour. I just wanted to see the dominance of what's going on there. 7 days. So 7 days. The dominance has been increasing in Bitcoin. Here you guys can see poof, and all the coins dumped. Those are altcoins, Ethereum and the XRP. So we can see that inverse how do you say, indirect proportion, something like that. How you say? Wait, I wrote it. I went to look for it too. Blah 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 blah. TA. I post in my TA channel. Inverse correlation, that's the word. Inverse correlation. In Italy we say indirettamente proporzionale. Okay, so we have seen that BTC spike, altcoins dropped. That's exactly what happened in the market. BTC spike and many stops on the alts were hit. People were start to sell, price drop on altcoins, then there were buy orders, and altcoins went back up again. So it's very dangerous right now to trade because it's very connected to BTC. And if BTC will spike again, probably traders and bots will sell. It's kind of in the market there are many bots, so if BTC spikes 15%, the bots might sell all the hulls into BTC, so you make money on BTC. And that's why it's important to put your stop loss. Imagine if you didn't put your stop loss right now and you had altcoins, okay? Altcoins dropped some very hard, and you might have panic and sell then when you were in loss. But what happened with your stop? Your altcoins got sold in BTC and BTC pumped, so you actually made money with BTC. And that's what we want to see during a bull market to happen. Now remember, the USD value in the market increased a lot by 20 billions, I think. Yesterday was 141, if I remember. 24-hour volume, no, a little bit less. 146. So it reaches 20 billion in the market enter. That's dope. That's really interesting. The dominance, it's something that can help us understand a little bit. But remember, as I was talking with my team before, I did another live stream. Remember, the dominance, it's not correlated with price increase, because this BTC here was 85% dominance of BTC drop, but this was actually the bull market. Okay, dominance is how much money in the market is BTC, and the market capitalization increased from, you reached 800 billion. Okay, and here Ethereum, altcoins, XRP were really increasing in value. Okay, but BTC from January 17 to July 17, it was going up in price really hard. It was the bull run here. From 2017. So don't associate the dominance with price. So if BTC start to drop here in dominance, that doesn't mean BTC is gonna drop or is dropping and you're gonna sell, okay? It just means that more money it's coming into altcoins and ICOs, of course, and Ethereum. And look here, the gray line is all other coins, okay? So altcoins have been gaining lots of volume in the market. And that's interesting because why? Well, since Ethereum was born, the fact that project can be built on the blockchain, the ICO era, and so on, of course, kind of ruined BTC a little bit. When we can see previously BTC was the main coin. It was always 90% of the market cap. All other coins meant nothing. Just XRP here caused a little drop, and then Ethereum, I remember 2017 when it reached almost same market cap of BTC. So and then if you're interested, you can go look at blockchain.com to have some charts just to see how things are going in the network. Where is it? Product data. Okay, price chart, Bitcoin Explorer, Ethereum, quote charts. Here you can see some network activity, what's going on, market price, transaction per day, market price, USD exchange traded volume on exchange that is very low. Average block per size, transaction block. Let's see if I can find something interesting. Well, the hash rate is very interesting because it's increasing. So miners are back to work and they're slowly coming back up to the all-time high here. So hopefully this increase, because this is where during the crash and miners were closing their facilities because they were not making money. So at least we're coming back. So that's good. That's a good indicator for sure. What else? Difficulty, mining revenue, total transaction fee, the total value of transaction fee paid to miners. It's increasing, so that's good for miners. That's good for miners. And the cost per transaction is actually decreasing. A chart showing miners revenue divided by the number of transactions. So we're paying a transaction, not too much now. That's a good thing. Cost percentage per the total transaction fees, network activity. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, this is interesting. Total number of transaction per day. Yes, this is interesting because we reached, I think I read the news about this, almost 400,000 transaction per day. So even though BTC has been dropping, let's see, put 1 year. Yes, this was already the 1 year. If I put all-time high, January 18 was pretty high. We're almost reaching the same level. Look, the transaction a day, it's been increasing so much and it's almost all-time high. So that's good, at least we're still making trades. With those charts and ideas, you can come up with some prediction. Of course, it's a different way to see things, but next to the long chains, total output, mempool sites, blockchain wallet users, how many users open a wallet, it's been steadily increasing. Wallet activity, what else we got here? Data, charts, activity network, mining information. What does the same? Hash rate distribution to see the mining pools of BTC. So if anybody had more than 50% of the BTC network, they could have done something to the network. They could own the network and whatever they want. I'm not, a big blockchain technician and blockchain expert. I don't know the technical. I'm not a coder. I'm not, so I just know the basic of things. I'm not a miner too, just technical analyst. Okay, guys, that's it. I mean, I don't want to add anything anymore. Kind of 1 hour and a half. I think it's enough. Just look how the coins went up in USD price. It's interesting because me being a daily trader, full-time trader right now, I need to take care of my USD value, and I always look and take care of it and apply my risk on it, because that's how I buy pasta. So, and it's going up in USD. All coins are going up pretty good in USD value. If I, let's check the top ones. Nano 25%, Bitcoin Cash 20, and then if I switch to BTC, it's a different story. It's way less. Okay, look at Nano, 10%, half of its value, half and a half. So let's check the main coins. Some are in negative, of course. Tether, 12%. Oh, what happened here? In BTC, okay. Uh, yeah, so you know, if you own XRP, let's say, XRP dropped 5% in BTC value. If you go to USD, it actually went up 7%. So if you're counting on on your USD value, you actually gained money. Okay, that's what I'm trying to explain here. Tether, of course, in BTC dropped, but Tether stays the same. Tether should be 0%, something close to that, 0.06%. So every coin gained in USD value. Why? Because BTC went up like crazy. So that's what happens. Monero, 11%. Let's see what happened in BTC price. -2. So what I'm saying, don't panic. If your coins go stopped out, you will have a less BTC, but your USD value has increased. Let's see the worst one. Ravecoin, 14%. If I switch to USD, just 2%. Okay, so this is very important. So you guys don't go nuts and sell everything and panic. See, ARK -11%. If I switch to USD, it's actually went up 1%. Okay. David. Okay. What else? And then, you know, it's very easy to see that when BTC goes up, all other coins based on USD price goes up too. So everything looks the same, as you guys can see. So the market is very still connected to what BTC does, and nothing really crazy of a coin that does his own thing, as Ethereum was doing at some point when the dominance of Ethereum was reaching the same as BTC when Ethereum had the bull run. Okay, guys, so hopefully you enjoyed the live stream. Put a like if you want. I would really appreciate if you spam me a little bit and promote, advertise my channel, because I think we're doing a good job for all the members. And as I said before, we are still under maintenance because we are trying to improve even better our premium service and with more channels, more news, more updates coming up soon. And unfortunately we decided to take a break when market pump, but that's what happens every time. Probably when we will reopen, the market will crash, but that's life. Okay, thank you so much, and have a good day. Bye bye.